Chemistry part, important MCQs, 1 mark and 2 mark questions. Chemical reactions and equations. MCQs. So you can observe here 1 and 2 mark important questions. Rancidity, photosynthesis, endothermic reaction, precipitation reaction, antioxidants, difference between combination and decomposition reaction. Eighth question, difference between displacement and double displacement, along with the answers are there here, not only questions. So corrosion with examples, and how can we prevent the corrosion of iron. You can pause and you can take screenshots here. Next, identify the type of reaction taking place in the each of the case and write the balanced chemical equation. So definition of decomposition reaction and some reactions, chemical equations, black and white photography, define chemical reaction. 17th, identify the type of chemical reaction in the following statements: digestion of the food in our body, rusting of iron, heating of manganese dioxide with aluminium powder. Next, 18th question, dilute hydrochloric acid is added to the sodium hydroxide solution to form sodium chloride and water. 19th question, some particles made of silver, copper and iron get colored coating over them when they are exposed to the air. Identify the color of the chemical name of the substance of coating in each case. So 20th question, in electrolysis of water, name the gas collected at the cathode and anode. 21, differentiate between the oxidation and reduction reaction. 22nd, differentiate between the exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. In the next chapter, acid, bases and salt. First MCQs. Medicine is used to treat indigestion, antacid. The generally toothpaste are bases. The nature of the calcium phosphate is basic. An aqueous solution turns red litmus solution to blue. Excess addition of which of the following solution would reverse the change, that is hydrochloric acid. One of the constituents of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. The other constituent is tartaric acid. The pH of the gastric juice is less than 7. The dissolution of gold, aqua regia, HCl and sulfuric acid. Which of the following salt does not contain water of crystallization, that is baking soda? Acid, bases and salts. 1 and 2 mark questions. Name the acid present in the following: tomato, vinegar, tamarind, and sting. And second question, you are given two solutions A and B. The pH of the solution A is 6 and pH of the solution is 8. B is 8. Identify the acidic and basic solution. Which solution has more H plus ions concentration? Give reasons for the answer. Write the name of the formula of each of the following: an acidic salt, a basic salt, a neutral salt. Define pH scale, define universal indicator, and mention the pH value below the tooth decay begin. So 5 solutions A, B, C, D and E when tested with the universal indicator shows as 4, 1, 11, 7 and 9 respectively. Which solution is neutral, strongly alkaline, strongly acidic, weakly acidic? And the next question, farmer treats with the soil with a quicklime or calcium carbonate because it is a base. What is the nature of the soil? Why does the farmer treat the soil with the quicklime? Soil, if it is acidic, means if we want to make neutral, we have to add base. Ninth question, what is the meant by the term hydrated salt? Give two examples of hydrated salts, that is washing soda and gypsum. And the next question, how many molecules of the water present in the hydrated copper sulfate? Write its formula. CuSO4 5H2O. Write the chemical formula of the bleaching powder. Write its 3 uses. So state what happens when gypsum is heated with 373 degree Kelvin. So next question, name the 3 products of chloralkali process. Name one commercially important material each of the that can be prepared from each of these products. Differentiate between the strong and weak acid. And the 15th question, why does the tooth decay starts from the pH of the mouth is lower than 5.5? List out the uses of sodium carbonate, that is washing soda. 17th question, list out the uses of sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda. 18th question, list of the uses of plaster of Paris. All these uses you have to observe, you have to learn. Next chapter, metal and non-metals, MCQs. 1 mark questions. Name the following lustrous non-metal. B, a metal which melts easily on palm. C, a metal which is poor conductor of electricity. A metal and non-metal which exists as liquid at room temperature. Best conductor of heat, metals which are so soft that we can cut with a knife. So here are the answers. Second question, water amphoteric oxide. Define reactivity series. Next question, name the metals which does not react with the water. And the next, write the balanced chemical reaction take place when aluminium reacts with HCl. What is the nature of the sodium oxide? Write a balanced equation when it is dissolved in water. So next question, observe the above chemical equation and arrange the metal in reactions in their increasing order of reactivity. This is a fixed question. And the 2 marks questions, what are the malleability and ductility with respect to the metals? Which physical properties are used in the following situation? And name any two metals that reacts with the cold water very quickly. Write the byproducts formed when these metals reacts with the cold water. So list 4 physical properties of metals and non-metals. Write any two difference between chemical properties of metal and non-metal. In the next question, write the chemical equation that shows aluminum oxide reacts with the acid as well as base. The next, write the balanced equation for the following: magnesium reacts with the dilute HCl and aluminium when heated in air. Eighth question, how aluminium and magnesium reacts with the water. Write the balanced equation for each of the reaction. What are the ionic compounds? Mention its properties. 10th, show the formation of sodium oxide and magnesium oxide with an examples. 3 marks questions. Strip of the zinc, iron, magnesium, copper added in a test tube ABCD. Same quantity of the ferrous sulfate solution is added to the test tube. In which test tube chemical reaction will occur? Why? Write the chemical equation for the following reaction take place. Second question, write the balanced equation for the following chemical reactions. So these are some of the chemical reactions. Answers are here. Show the formation of sodium chloride, magnesium chloride with the help of electron dot structure. Identify the ions present in these compounds. And the next 4 marks question, write the balanced equation for the following. And the 6th main give reasons are here. So you can pause and you can take screenshots. These are very important. Chemistry next chapter, carbon and its compounds, MCQs. Along with that answers. 1 mark important questions, the general formula of alkane, alkene, alkyne. How many valence electrons will carbon have? What is meant by catenation? What are functional groups? 2 marks questions. Write the properties of covalent compounds. Mention 4 differences between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Next question, compare the structure of benzene and cyclohexane by drawing them. What is homologous series? Give examples. 3 marks questions. Write the molecular formula and structural formula of ethene, propene and butene. Write the molecular formula and structural formula of ethane and propane. Define structural isomer and draw the isomeric structures of butane. In the 4 marks question, write the molecular formula and structural formula of methane, ethane, propane and butane. Next chapter, periodic classification of elements, MCQs, 1 mark questions. State Daubernet law of traits. Give examples of Daubernet traits. State Newland's octaves, Mendeleev's periodic table, modern periodic table. How many periods and groups are there in modern periodic table? That is 7 periods and 18 groups. Already you know what is meant by periodicity. Where do you find the metal and non-metal in the periodic table? 8th question, general formula of oxide of elements of R2O. What is the formula of oxide of potassium? Which of the criteria did Mendeleev use to classify the elements in his periodic table? What are the metalloids? Give 2 examples. 2 marks questions. So electronic configuration of an element decides its position in periodic table. Justify the statement. F, Cl and Br are the elements having 7 valence electrons each. Pick the element with the large atomic radius which is the most reactive. Justify your answer. The next question, atomic number of the elements is important than the atomic mass of the elements. What is the in the modern periodic table? Why? How is the valency of an element determined in its if its electronic configuration is known? Determine valency of an atomic element. Atomic number is 17, that is chlorine. Observe the table and answer the following. 3 marks question, what are the merits and Newland's laws of octaves? What were the limitations of Newland law of octaves? What are the merits of Mendeleev periodic table? Why hydrogen do not have fixed position in Mendeleev periodic table? And the next question, how did Mendeleev arrange the elements? He left empty spaces or places in his periodic table. Why? Explain the limitation of Mendeleev classification. What is the group and period number whose atomic number is 12? Is this element a metal or non-metal? Justify your answer. Next question, fluorine and chlorine belong to the same group, 17th group, the periodic table. Write the electronic configuration of these two elements. Which of these having 2 is more electronegative? Why? What is valency? How does the valency vary in group and period? What is the atomic size? How does atomic size vary across the period and down the group? Justify your answer. And the ninth question, what do you mean by metallic character of an element? That is electropositivity. Metallic property of element increases down the group and decreases across the period in the modern periodic table. And the next question, what is electropositive atom? How does electropositivity vary along the period in the group in the modern periodic table? What is electronegativity? And 4 marks question. These are the 4 marks questions. So all these are very important questions for SSLC examination. Do hard work and smart work, prepare well, keep smiling. All the best. Thank you.